It is I, Robert Florence, aka Collisionist, or Collisionist, aka Robert Florence, aka one and the same. I guess that's not really an aka, but hey, we're all one anyways, right? Consciousness expressing ourselves through this fucking flesh bag. Yes! First, I want to start off, before I begin my inner musings, focusing on the law and the promise by Neville Goddard, without quoting. I want to give a shout out to Brad. Last name redacted. I'm not going to say it. But thank you for the support and kind compliments as always, especially coming from someone who's certified with a master's degree in neuro-linguistic programming. And no, I am still rather unfamiliar with the term. I've heard of it and read a little bit about it, but I'm still quite ignorant when it comes to it. But I thank you for your explanation. That happened earlier today. That says a lot coming from you. And before I begin, you're one of the reasons that makes it easier to do these uploads. I can find a motivation, but to anyone out there, having support helps a lot. So I'm just not feeling my own balls, basically. Or feeling myself, if we need to make it a bit more PC. Okay. Back to it, huh? We're all our own walking, talking narrative. So what are you prepared to give yourself when it comes to wealth? And what are you going to invest that in? What are you going to invest that in? Just like I talked about the other day with wealth. What are you going to be wealthy in? What do you want to invest in? It's all energy, right? Emotions, feelings, sensations. It's all energy. So, you're going to invest that in. And what's yesterday have to do with today? What does today have to do with yesterday? And what do all these days even have to do with anything? Happening right now in this fucking moment. What do they even mean when you decide to change? Change to what feels like your perfect ideal. Or a perfect ideal would just seem so perfect at the time, so beneficial. Because what feels beneficial to you is perfect. So, change what feels like your wealthy, happy ideal. Let's just tack a word to that. And I put those words in. I put those words in. I put them in there because what I think is what I believe. And what I believe is what I become. Simply become. Wealth into what I hold ideal. Happiness into what I hold ideal. Perfection into what I hold ideal. These are always shifting in a moment's notice. If my ideal feels its way into something better. Now, as I always say and repeat, because repetition and certain terminology, I'm not trying to fluff up any of my vocabulary. I speak on layman terms. For me and for you, this is like talking to myself, in essence. Consciousness speaking to consciousness. So, excuse the cat. That's my life. I enjoy it. Now, when I say wealthy in happiness, of course, asking what happiness is to you and what that currently means. Some people will say, I don't know. So, example, happiness to me is having time to enjoy even playing a video game like Cyberpunk 2077. Oh shit, that game. Ha! Or spending loving time with my wife and our adorable son, and my lovely wife, mind you. I'll put that adjective there as well. I love her with all my being. That are examples of happiness. In fact, this tie is a representation of happiness and support, which she gives me as a gift. I love this tie. From Yoshikage Kira. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Diamond is unbreakable. It's quite nice. Serial killer slash stand user. Anime's pretty fun. Let your imagination run wild. So, and with the boldness they do with what they want to convey. All creators are, really. We all are. We all have these ideas. So, simply put, when I ask yesterday, how's that playing today? How does today play into yesterday? And how does that all play into the future? Well, seeing as how we're all pattern based, funny individuals, when we commit to change and apply to it, yesterday will feel different. Yesterday will seem different. The present will seem different. And you'll know that. Because as I said before, even if it's just getting out of bed and feeling different to where your future seems brighter. The now seems brighter, which will project itself into the future because if you're playing out to your past and those same stories, they will keep carrying to the present, which will influence the future. And then, oh, look, I'm right. What do you want to be right in? Do you want to be right in your change, or do you just want to be right in your excuses? It's okay to express your annoyance and your anger. I do. Buck, yes, I do. But that rage feels like such highly focused, burning, enraged passion that is like tunnel vision to me. But inside, I feel this calmness, like I am not fighting against anything, I'm merely riding the tide in a rather chaotic manner. Yes. And why I don't give real life examples, exactly just my feelings, so you can take your feelings and apply it to your life and let it lead you. Now, people want to hear concrete examples of wins and such. I understand that. I do keep my personal life and what I present spiritually together, yet a mystery, because I don't want to fill your mind with examples. I want you, just as I did, to discover your own potential through what you define, what you find to define, what your concepts are of life, and knowing that they can change at any moment. Just depends on how real you can make it feel. That's all. And that's all we have for today on My Inner Musings. Until next time, whenever.